AOA podcast back for another episode. Look at all you beautiful people. Love you. Happy you're here. We got lots to talk about, including the latest on the Russell Brand accusations. We've got some alien bodies being examined and x-rayed. Pretty exciting stuff for the alien people out there. Tim Ballard, the inspiration behind the movie Sound of Freedom, now has some accusations of his own to discuss. We've got more on that lost stealth fighter plane. Vanna White's going to be sticking around for a little while longer on, I almost said The Price is Right, on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, God.
And we've got a Long Island, New York City Founding Fathers statue story to share with everybody. Cuddles is here and along for the ride. What up, Cuddles?
What up? I'm here, bitches.
Let's do this podcast. All right, Russell Brand. So I welcome everybody into the live chat. Love all you people. Love the replay crew. Hi, everybody. Let me tell you what's bothering me most about the Russell Brand thing now that we're like 2-3 days removed from this. We did we put a little clip together, as we often do, put it out on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, and really hit a lot of people commenting on the same thing, a lot of people defending Russell Brand, a lot of people saying this is mainstream media, a lot of people kind of loading up on his side, which I will say is something that we're familiar with. I feel like we're back into the Trump days where it's like, I don't care, just that's our guy. We're gonna back him up. You know, a lot of people are like, you know, who cares what 5 people say? We're backing that motherfucker up. He's taking on the man. So that's fine if that's your stance. You know, that's what you want to do. It's okay with me. But what I find the most disturbing is the age of consent in the UK is 16.
Oh, shit.
How is that still a thing? I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised. This is the country that is harboring Prince Andrew, right? So I get it. They're like, 16. What's the big deal? I am horrified by this. So again, lots of comments. Again, we put the clip out, and we even wound up writing a blog piece on it, because after reading everybody's like comments, it was one of those things where I was very taken aback by like, all right, well, it's a crazy thing. Why don't we just wait and see what happens? Like, why don't we wait and see? You know, obviously this is a media story right now. I'm sure the Justice, the Justice Department, or the UK, the UK's version of the Justice Department, going to look into it. You know, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of an investigation happening.
I would hope they're going to look into it.
Yeah, let's wait for that. Let's see what happens with that. You know, I would hope that would be most people's thing. Look, if you want to say, hey, I'm a big fan of Russell Brand, you know, I think he might, I'm on his side. My opinion is I'm on his side, and you know, but I'll wait and see. Okay, I can understand somebody saying that, but people are just like, you know what I hate, Cuddles? I hate the people that are like, wake up, Aunt. Like, can't you see what's happening? It's like, yeah, I'm aware he's taking on some big people and pharma and media and all that, but that doesn't preclude you from doing something shitty.
Yeah.
You know, just because you do great things doesn't mean that you're not also doing shitty things when nobody's looking. You know what I mean, Cuddles?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I agree.
And it's like, you know, I hope that we learn something in this day and age of like, hey, if a bunch of people are saying something, you got to let it play out. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to tell people you have to believe everybody that files a complaint, because some of those people are going to be lying. It's just the nature of odds, right? 100 people doing something, you know, some people are going to be making it up. But for the most part, if we've learned anything over the last 5-10 years, it's like, hey, you got to take these people seriously and at their word and look into what's going on. You know, because it's pretty shady. Now, I will say this too. And let us just congratulate Bird for being an AOA hole for 18 months. I mean, for the love of God, that's amazing. The only person who is stuck with us longer than that is Cuddles, the roommate, and Erin C. That's it. That is the.
That is true.
Outside of those three, it's Bird, and of course Robin and Miss Justice and everybody else, the rest of the big crew here, Paul. But getting back to it, Cuddles, like I don't know. Even if we're going to, like, we could put this all aside for a second. The 16-year-old thing, I mean, for the love of God, as a 30-year-old man, I the amount of people that are like, well, the age of consent is 16. Well, okay, technically you're right, but who doesn't feel like that should be updated after this story is exploding everywhere?
Yep.
How have they let that shit slide? And you know what's crazy? There's some weird thing like the age of like absolutely no is 13, which is like weird.
What?
Yeah, pray got a fucking let's get Parliament together.
Is Prince Andrew a part of this? He's the one that spearheaded this stuff? Did he come up with this law?
Yeah, I think he sits in front of the law and goes, "There's nothing to see here. Move on. Let's everybody move along."
Nope, this is perfectly great. I know for a fact 16 is the good age.
Yeah. Nothing to see here. 16's good. Everybody keep walking.
It's okay.
No need to call Parliament here. Yeah, it's really bizarre. But here, I can't find my notes now. Okay, here we go. Yes, 16 is the age of consent, but like under 13, there's no exceptions. The only difference is at 16, it is still illegal if you are in a position of power or trust, meaning a teacher, something like that. That's the only time in the UK where you can get busted for something like this. But I feel like you could make an argument for an actor or a celebrity to be in that category still.
Or a prince.
Yeah.
You should be at the top of that list.
Financier, man of mystery. I got a lot of that too. I got a lot of, we're supposed to believe this about Russell Brand, but the Epstein list is still not out. And I'm like, all right, the Epstein point's it's a valid point. But, that being said, two separate issues kind of when you think about it. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's probably on that jet. That's why.
Yeah. It's on the jet.
It's on that jet.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I think that's where Russell Brand's power comes from. It comes from people's utter distrust in the government, the media, and they're not wrong. It's valid to have that distrust. They're not crazy to feel like everything is a lie, and everything is a cover up. I mean, shit, wait till we get to the Tim Ballard story. I mean, we're going to learn all about that, there. But I mean, in all seriousness and all kidding aside, and even putting Russell Brand aside, like, I don't know what they're doing in the UK, if they have Parliament sessions or not, but it's time to gavel that fucker back into session and fix this immediately. There is no way, and I don't care what anybody says to me, you can say a 16-year-old can give consent. Now, I'm not stupid. When I was 16, as a lot of people are, they're sexually active, but they're sexually active with other 16. Like, kids are going to be kids. You got to kind of like, and what that age is, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're going to say 16 and 17 is okay. Like, where do you break that age, Cuddles? Right? Like, everybody's probably going to have a different answer, but probably around 21, 22, it's going to get, like, for me, it's like 20 is starting to get uncomfortable, because it just is. When you look at that age difference, it's only 4 years, but it's a really big 4 years.
Yeah, that's a big 4 years. But I think kids are different now than what we were.
Way different. And I know, like, listen, our children are small, but I know that when my daughter is 16, if anybody over her age over 16 and a day wants to come knocking on this door, they're getting a fucking baseball bat in between the eyes. I'm telling everybody, let a fucking 18-year-old knock on this door when our daughter is 16 and find out what happens to you. Just find out what happens to you.
Can you stop?
I'm just saying, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Let alone a fucking 30. Like, I mean, on what friggin' planet are we like living on where it's like 16 years old? I mean,
it's sad and it's disappointing, but what are you gonna do? There's nothing. I mean, you could try to like get them to change it, but really,
I mean, I think they need to change it. They need to change it just immediately. I mean, immediately. What is it here in the United States? Is it 18 or is it different
18,
by state?
I don't know. It might be like 12 in like Alabama.
They don't even have one in Alabama.
No. You could get your parents to sign off at 11. Yeah. So
Alabama, they're like,
I think that's so horrible. But like some of these laws have been in effect for so long and they need to like really be updated.
Yeah. Don't you feel like now more than ever we're moving at a pace where the laws just can't catch up to how fast society is moving right now?
Yeah, especially with the internet and everything. Yeah.
Oh my God. Especially when we have senators who are just like, huh? Like we can't even get them to talk, let alone understand what the internet and privacy and all that stuff is going on.
I bet they still think that the internet uses dial-up.
Yeah. But I guess, listen, I wrote a blog on this. It's on anthonyonair.com. You guys could all see it. We put links out everywhere. It's on our Twitter and everything. You can go to anthonyonair.com. You can click on the blog page. I mean it when I say it. I'm not going to write off these victims. I think they should look into this. It'll get investigated and we'll find out. Like, that's the truth of the matter. I know everybody wants to argue. Everybody wants to have an opinion. And I love that. I think we should have opinions. I believe him. I don't believe him. That's fine. I think it's just good conversation to have. You know, it's good conversation to have. But I'm going to have a bad opinion about a person, whether this is all proven or not, if he was 30 and socializing with a 16-year-old.
Yep.
Like, I'm just gonna, you know, I just can't trust. And listen, he's admitted to being like very promiscuous and a drug addict and a sex addict and all this kinds of crazy stuff. So I understand there's that whole aspect of it. And he's admitted to that, which I think is big of him to admit to. But look, I don't know. I can't fuck with you if you're 30, you know.
That's like a predator.
It's a predator. And the UK needs to pull its fucking weird flag out of its own ass. I mean, you know, put something on that flag. Just that I don't know, let's add more line. They just always added a line every time they took a new territory. It's very boring. They need to take their head out of their ass and fix this 16-year-old thing because I'm uncomfortable with 18. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little uncomfortable with 18.
It's young. I feel like after like now I'm 41 going through it all. That's so young. I was so stupid at that age.
So fucking stupid. Honestly, if you're asking me honestly, the age of consent, 26. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to make any sort of decisions until 26. Like, that's it. That is it. Then you get a 2-year window of drinking your face off. And okay, you can try a couple of drugs and do some experimenting. And then after that, it's time. Once you hit 28, it's time to fucking button it up and put a nice picture on LinkedIn and get yourself a little career. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how we're going to raise our children, Cuddles. I don't know. We haven't discussed this yet, but I think we just did right now on the podcast.
That's all right. We're on the same page.
Yeah. You got a couple of years to fuck around and find out what you want to do with life after that. Put a friggin' tie and a nice dress on and get that LinkedIn picture going and let's go. It's time to get some fucking real work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. That's the Russell Brand thing. By the way, I mean, as far as updates go too, just continues to get things canceled on him. his YouTube canceled his monetization right away. Now I felt that there was one instance where I feel him. I'm like, holy shit, we don't even know what he did yet. And YouTube's already like, no, we can't monetize this. Like, I know that feeling. As soon as Janine comes up on the screen, we get a warning from YouTube where they're like, I don't know if we can monetize this for you. It seems a little sketchy.
With her mouth.
Well, and then she throws out a C word and they're like, see, I told you so.
We can't trust you. We can't trust that bitch.
Shit. There was a thing. This is so inside baseball, but when they monetize our episodes, I've said this before, where we constantly have to appeal to get monetized just to pay for the website and all the bullshit, the studio, all the stuff that we have to pay for, right? So when we monetize, they immediately say that we're not eligible, and then we have to what do they call that? Request a review. We have to request a review like all the time. And I said to the YouTube people, I go, if we are correct 99% of the time, for a little while they were sharing this with us, where it was like 99% of the time you seem to get it right, so we're going to trust. I'm like, why wouldn't you just trust us? If we're 99% on the same page, why would you dock us in the first 24 to 48, 72 hours when we're getting the most views on our daily podcast, and then just go, oh, okay, now it's okay? And you know what they said?
Annoying. What?
It's JSubs. They go, it's totally they go, drop JSubs, we'll monetize you right away. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm loyal.
They're micromanaging you. Sticking
with our guy. Yeah, exactly. Can't be micromanaged. Cuddles, you know this.
Never.
Doesn't play out well for me or anybody. All right, so they're digging into Russell Brand's things. Let me just go through these couple of things that everybody's been finding lately about Russell Brand. So YouTube demonetized him right away. They didn't kick him off the platform, but they demonetized him. Katy Perry, I saw this article that Katy Perry breaks her silence. I'm like, oh, I wonder what Katy Perry said. She just posted a picture of herself in a blue dress. So not much there.
All right.
Not much there. They canceled his Australian tour, which was just 3 dates in Australia. Somebody remembered that a year before him and Katy Perry broke up, he posted a picture of her on Twitter that was very not flattering. I mean, very, very not flattering. And he later took it down. It was without makeup. She's making a weird face. It was not great. They're basically saying it was a revenge photo, which again doesn't mean you're a rapist, but also doesn't mean you're you shouldn't be looked into, because not the greatest person if you're doing that.
Yeah.
We were reminded today that in 2014, Donald Trump tweeted at Katy Perry, "Why the hell what were you thinking when you married that loser Russell Brand? There's a guy that has nothing going on, a waste." Which probably stems from Russell Brand criticizing him, and which is interesting because subsequently he came around to be, I don't know if he was ever a Trump supporter, but when he took on the mainstream media, he certainly changed his whole thing. Everybody brought up the fact that he was on Jimmy Kimmel once and he grabbed Catherine McPhee and put her on his lap. She came out today and said it was basically harmless, that there wasn't anything inappropriate about that. So she's kind of sticking up for him. And that's it. It's been pretty much quiet on the Russell Brand front. There's not been too many new things, but I feel like, how much longer do we have to wait before somebody of some sort of authority goes, we're launching an investigation, everybody. We're going to look into this.
Might be a little while.
It might be a little while. We might be waiting.
Which is frustrating, but
What are you going to do? J-Sabs, you still on Team Brand?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I'm hiding. I have to do something with the camera, the lighting over here, because it's horrendous. It doesn't make sense. I guess I have to ask my roommate to help. Oh, so you know what that means.
You go to the movies this weekend?
Yeah, I wish.
How is the roommate doing?
Yeah.
He's good,
All right. I feel like we haven't gotten a roommate update in a while. I haven't seen him in the group. I always worry if we go 2-3 days without seeing him in the group chat. I always want to make sure you haven't murdered him and put him in the backyard somewhere.
Oh, he hasn't joined the new group chat yet.
Oh, that's right.
What the
Oh wait, I don't think we're
Why?
supposed to be talking about this. Stop talking about this.
Oh, I don't care. I could care less. I could care less.
Shit. All right. Well, the roommate's good. That's good.
Right.
I like to hear that. Moving on. Alien bodies.
Ooh.
We talked a couple of podcasts ago about the alien bodies that they found in Mexico, actually in Peru. But they brought them up to Mexico, and Mexico's government, parliament, Congress, whatever they call them, I don't know. They go, let's bring these fuckers in. Let's take a look. And so they brought them in, and they testified in front of the Mexican Congress about the aliens and shit. So yesterday, they let the doctors like have at it with these aliens, and they X-rayed them.
Whoa.
Well, the doctors.
Okay. Well, you gotta clarify there.
You're right. They X-rayed them, MRI. They took them out of their little boxes. By the way, they're tiny. They're like this big.
I know.
That's why I think nobody cares about this stuff. I mean, it's amazing. We're literally MRIing aliens.
MRIing.
And nobody cares. I mean, I don't watch like the CBS News or ABC 6 o'clock news, but I bet you that was not the lead story tonight.
I did not know that this was all happening.
Oh yeah. It's happening, baby. It is happening. So here's what the doctors found. I'm going to put a video in the live chat. Here's what the doctors found. No evidence of any assembly or manipulation of the alien skulls, they're calling them, because they're basically mummified bones at this point. They are non-human being remains. They conducted a number of tests on the two specimens at the Noor Clinic. In the end, Jose Zalce Benitez, really like saying that name, the director of Health and Science Research, the director of the Health and Science Research Institute, and the secretary of the Mexican Navy's office, said the studies proved the alleged aliens belonged to a single skeleton and were not assembled with human objects. He also said his team found that one was alive, intact, was biological, and was gestation, pointing to large lumps inside the alleged alien's abdomen, which he suggested could be eggs.
On a t-shirt.
I know.
I butchered the shit out of that, didn't I?
You know what though? I think I see why you said it that way though. Okay.
What did I say? Abdomen?
I
don't even know what I said.
Abdominal?
Yes, like the snowman.
Isn't that abominable?
Yeah, so it's pretty much the same.
Okay. All right, so they found aliens. They found little aliens, and no one's talking about it?
Nobody is really talking about it. I'm going to put it in the live chat now.
After the fucking last 3 years we've had, I think people are just tired. They're like, honestly, if they want to come here, let them come and see this fucked up world that we have.
Also,
wait,
before I lose this, that's what she said. You think that there are midget aliens, and are they called midget aliens?
Midget aliens. Aren't they little people?
Oh no, I don't like that term, little people. I think it's actually ruder than saying midget.
What about little people?
I don't like that.
How about nuggets? Little nuggets.
Oh,
we call our kids little nuggets. Johanna, Anthony, these aliens are a hoax. That guy brought them out and has been doing this for years. I don't know if it's a hoax, but this is true. Johanna is right. This guy did bring a similar thing that he found, another alien skeleton out at one time, and that was proven to be not an alien. That did happen.
Where is he getting these skeletons?
I don't know, but we did talk about that last episode. Well, you know what happens? It's like if you're the typewriter repairman in your town. If you're still repairing typewriters, when your typewriter busts, you just go to that one guy, who still fixes that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happening. Like people, I don't think he found it. I think people found it and they called him.
Oh, who you gonna call?
And he came.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. He's the alien buster. So anyway, Jose says, I can affirm these bodies have no relation to human beings. We told you they were found in Peru in 2017. He said that, they have 2 arms, 2 legs, but other than that, nothing human about them. They said that they have light bones that are strong, no teeth, but had implants of cadmium and osmium, which are one of the scarcest elements on the planet Earth.
Oh.
Almost 1/3 of their DNA is completely unknown, according to the tests, claiming that these people are not part of our terrestrial evolution.
Where's Neil? We need Neil.
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah, he needs to be there. Anything I believe, it comes out of Neil's mouth.
You make a good point, Cuddles. We're not going to get excited about this until Neil deGrasse Tyson gets to do a once-over on these things.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Good point. We trust Neil deGrasse Tyson. They're so
I have
tiny.
my moments.
That's why I don't think anybody gives a shit, because it's like, unless we're like in danger of getting killed or taken over or being enslaved as a whole human race, I don't think we're going to be that interested.
Yeah.
I'm not holding on to that.
I'm done. They want to come here and fuck up their lives. Let them come.
But do you think this is like in Independence Day when they had the alien that they've been holding for like 30 years and they brought him out, and then all of a sudden all the other aliens fucking showed up? You think we're gonna?
No, but I love that movie.
Yeah, that is a good movie, isn't it?
It is. But weren't they like in that movie? Weren't they at like in New Mexico? Is that where they were from? What's that area?
Area 51.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I just wanted to say Area 54, because I think I was confusing
like
Area
Studio 54
and Studio 54.
Oh God.
Area 54 where the alien disco is. Everybody gets down and has a good time.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's like fake.
You think it's fake?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
It came from Peru? Is that what he's saying?
Came from Peru and made it into Mexican Congress.
It made to Mexican. First of all, Mexico is run by cartels. The only thing that comes out of Mexico is
drugs,
tequila, and yayo. That's it. Snort and blow. Okay, that's it.
2 things that we could not run America without, though. By the
exactly.
way.
Honestly, that's true. But why would they bring it to Mexico? Why hasn't he tried to bring it somewhere else?
I have a theory about this. And again, I don't want to make Mexican people feel bad, but it's the minor leagues. I think you get into Mexico. I mean, this just could have easily have been Canada. You get into one of our neighbors, you get on their TV and in their government, and then you get called up to the big leagues,
Mm.
It's not like he can't pass our border. It's not like they can't come past our borders.
Well, I don't think yes. I just think they couldn't get it. I don't think they could get into our Congress. I don't think anybody could do it. So I think my theory is they tried to do it in the United States, tried to get people to care or have a hearing on it, couldn't, and settled for Mexico. I mean, I think they would have settled for Canada or the UK, like whoever. They would have went to it's like when you do Seth Meyers first and then you do the Tonight Show, it's like you got to work your way up the ranks a little bit.
Oh God.
That's my theory on it. I think that's why. I think it'll be interesting to see. But let me just say this. I think the United States government owes it to everybody to bring these fuckers in and do a full, complete test on it.
What is that going to do?
Well, here's the thing. What is it going to do? We're going to find out if it's real or not. And let's be honest with each other. They're not doing anything else anyway.
They're not. But no.
What are they doing right now besides arguing over sweatshirts and
I was just about to say sweatshirts, and aren't they going to have like a shutdown because none of those idiots can agree on anything?
Well, as usual.
I don't know if it's time for another. Is it time for another fund the government shutdown?
I think there's another. I think they're talking about like another shutdown. I don't know what's worse, a kindergarten class or our government. They're so like. I don't know what's worse.
I don't know.
I'll tell you this: there's less pudding in Congress, and that's not good.
Yeah. This
If anything, we got to get some more pudding. You know.
And not for nothing, with the
That's what she
ages of
said.
some of the people in Congress and all this, there's probably a lot more wetting of pants in our government than in a freaking kindergarten class. Okay.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Starting
some
with
people
that
in
Mitch
Congress.
McConnell.
Probably some people in Congress that all they could probably eat is pudding. You know, that's probably all they.
That's probably
The only thing they can keep down.
Oh,
They're so old.
that's true. That's true.
All right, let's upset the conservatives. Sound of Freedom. We talked about this film. It's about Tim Ballard. He's a ex-military guy, then goes off on his own to save people from sex trafficking. Beautiful story. We talked about this on a previous podcast. You can go back and see our thoughts on that. That the media then started like shitting all over this movie, which I never really understood. I didn't get it at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with the film. It's not entirely true. It's based on true events. Who cares? It's like a heartwarming story. Some guy goes in and saves fucking people, especially little kids. Like, I don't know why anybody's shitting all over that. Oh, I think because Jim Caviezel, the guy who played him in the movie, was like retweeting QAnon stuff. So that some people feel that they need to take down the whole fucking film then because
that's it then. That's it. Hurry
because
up.
yeah, because the star's a little nutty. What's the big fucking deal? Anyway, so everybody starts shitting on this fucking movie. The movie does amazing because it like was beating Indiana Jones for like a little while there, you know.
Ooh.
It was kind of crazy how much it started doing. And then remember, we lived through all the conspiracies of people saying they were like shutting off the air conditioning to get people to not see it. Remember that?
Yeah.
All that fucking craziness. Anyway, long story short, the movie's based on this guy, Tim Ballard, who's a real human being who Jim Caviezel plays in the movie. Turns out he's got 6 or 7 sexual allegations against him now that have just come to light. And this is especially disheartening because it's like, you know, you parade around like this, I'm going to save children from sex trafficking, you know, while I'm going and sexually harassing people in the organization. Now, people are going to say, and Tim Ballard has come out and said none of these accusations are true. So we have to say that. But what I find kind of weird is he started this organization that, again, they were collecting money on their own, raising funds, and, you know, they were holding their own. It's called Operation Underground Railroad. So OUR, right?
Okay.
It's 7 women who work in the organization. And he, just before the movie came out, he resigned as CEO of the Operation Underground Railroad.
Sus.
So, I mean, this was before anybody knew, before it got out in a story, right? Because it wasn't until, I think, today, if not today, maybe yesterday, the story started to break. And I forget who the first journalist was to break it. Vice News. Okay. It was a journalist from Utah. Her name was Lynn Packer. Vice News had it as well, kind of around the same time, the two of them, that he stepped down just before the movie came out amid complaints from 7 women who said he made inappropriate advances in the course of their missions abroad. His accusers, who have remained anonymous for fear of retaliation, allege that Ballard would have different women pose as his wife during these trips, a pretext he used suggesting sharing a bed or showering together to maintain cover.
Oh, God.
The complaints detailed incidents in which Ballard allegedly sent a photo of himself in his underwear to one female hour employee and asked another one how far she was willing to go to save children.
Now, I mean, you guys are acting like you've never been asked this before at work.
Again, Janine, I think you should speak to a lawyer because you have worked at some really special places.
Oh, and you know what? I gotta text D something right now. I forgot. I gotta tell her something funny. Sorry, you can't be in this.
I guess you and I, we can't be a part of it, friends. Don't worry. I'm just as much on the outs as you guys are. But here's the thing. I thought this was cheesy the first time I saw this movie when it was called True Lies. Because if you remember in True Lies,
Oh yeah.
What's his name? I forget the actor's name, but he pulls Arnold's wife away, Jamie Lee Curtis away, pretending that he's a spy.
Oh yeah.
And remember, he tries to get her to go on a trip, an espionage trip, and convinces her you got to pretend like you're my wife. And he's on the couch trying to get her to be comfortable touching her. This is literally pulled right out of a fucking Hollywood movie, and this guy's pulling the same shit.
You think he was like, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gotta tell you, the shower is my favorite fucking part because it's one thing to be like, oh, you gotta hold my hand, or we gotta pretend to be a couple. Who is in your room watching, making sure you're showering with your significant? That doesn't even make sense.
We don't shower together, and we're real significant others.
I know. Like, as scumbaggy as this all is, don't get me wrong. I understand, like, hey, we need to sleep in the same bed or else it's going to be weird, Okay. But to be like, hey, we got to shower together because the enemy's out there and they're watching just to make sure, like, who the fuck are you fooling?
This is a good, I'm going to use this. Thank you. I'm going to use this for my husband. I'm like, you know what? We've got to shower together. And he'd be like, oh, come on. What excuse are you using now? Shut up. Just get in there.
You want to shower with your husband?
I know, right?
Why? I can't do that because you don't. The water has to be scalding hot, and you are a bitch, Anthony. And you're like, oh, it's too hot. The water's too hot.
No,
he doesn't like it really hot. I like it really, really hot too.
I have to come out beet red from it.
Yeah, me too.
If I'm not beet red, I'm not clean.
Let's talk about this for a second. Yeah, forget beet red. My Cuddles has come out of the shower and almost passed out.
I have multiple times
from the heat. Yeah, and then she goes, she lays on the bed and it's like, get away, open a window, put the air on, like, because she's so fucking like, you can't maintain that high of it. There's a reason why they tell you can only spend 15 minutes in a hot tub,
Yeah, well, that's not my problem. I just can't. I have to be like clean.
I can't. I have to be clean. You're not forks and knives. We have soap that works with room temperature water. It's just as well as hot water.
No, it's freezing. I can't do that.
Oh my god! And Janine, you do the same thing. You do boiling hot water.
I do like really hot water. I do. And okay, so I like really, really hot water. But and in the winter, right? The windows have to be open when I get out because I don't like it steamy. Then I'm gonna pass out if I get out of the shower and it's steamy. I'm gonna pass out. So that's how hot I like it too.
Oh my! What is wrong with you? I want to know. Live chat in the comments if you're on the replay crew. Spotify too. There's comments on Spotify now. Did you know that? I learned that a little late. Yeah, let me apologize to all the people we haven't responded to on Spot. By the way, you still can't respond on Spotify. You just see the comments. Really weird. Anyway, I want to know, what is your water temperature? Are you boiling hot, regular hot, lukewarm, cold? I'd like to know what the shower temperature, because that's I feel like what Janine just said is crazy, even though Cuddles does it too. But to take a boiling hot shower, do you open the windows first before you go in the shower? Okay, so your husband's fucking freezing.
Why is he freezing?
Because it's the winter and you got the window open.
It's one room. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
It's just a bathroom. That's it. Relax.
The world doesn't revolve around you.
Oh wait, you open the bathroom window?
Yep.
Oh, so not like the bedroom or anything.
No. Just the bathroom. Yeah, no, I like it. I do like it really hot. But you know what? So does he. He does too, so.
I mean, I don't know. I like a warm shower too, but my wife, I got a 3rd-degree burn one time and I was just from the steam. I walked into the bathroom by accident.
I just turn it all the way to the left. All the way. Just get it going.
Yep.
No wonder we're going through hot water heaters. Everything.
Yeah, really.
That's not my problem.
You're like Maverick in Top Gun with the fucking water temperature. All right, let me see here. Paul says hot showers are bad for you. Miss Justice just put a flame emoji next to a shower emoji. So
That's right, Miss Justice. Wait, why is it bad for you? Because is it because of your blood pressure?
I don't know. Paul said it. And he's usually
your
right
pores
about
on your skin. You're not really supposed to do that either.
Oh, really?
Wait, hold on. When you wash your hair, do you put a blast of cold water on your head before you? Okay.
Absolutely not.
You should try that because your hair will come out much better after you blow dry it.
What do you mean? I got to put cold water on me before
you leave the shower?
No, I can't do that.
Oh, no, it's good.
First of all, I'm cold in the shower because I have to leave the door open because I'm claustrophobic. So the door is open to the shower and it lets in cold air. And I have to shut the door to the shower so that my room doesn't end up being like really, really hot. Anthony does not do any of that, and he won't put the fan on because he has to listen to music or other podcasts in the morning. So the windows in our bedroom end up fogging up.
That is true.
The shower. It's so annoying.
I would get annoyed at that. I don't have that in my room. I don't have a bathroom in my bedroom yet.
I don't like the sound of the exhaust fan. It's very irritating.
Oh, do you really? Oh, you don't?
I don't like it. I have a real weird thing about certain noises that drive me fucking crazy.
Well, you want to hear something funny? Then you wouldn't like it at my house because we have an automatic exhaust, meaning like when it gets too humid in the bathroom, it's a new thing. When it gets too humid in the bathroom, it turns on automatically, and you can't shut it off. It turns off when the level of humidity is down. So my parents don't understand that. So every time they come over and they hear the fan on, they shut it off, and I'm like, guys, you can't shut it off.
I would do that too. We have that. Our oven in our kitchen has that where it has an exhaust.
Oh.
That cools it down. What do I do? Every time I just open up the door.
Yeah.
Because the faster the heat gets out of there, that goes off. And then there's something about white noise or weird noises. I can't fucking stand it. I cannot stand it.
Okay. You don't like noise?
We have all the equipment here in the studio and it's relatively close to where our bedroom is. And like you could ask Cuddles, there's like 6 power strips and there's lots of equipment here. There's lots of things plugged in here.
Cool, and doesn't sound like a fire hazard at all. Go ahead.
Every now and then there'll be this like little high-pitched weird hum that comes from it. I get out of bed, I go all the way to the studio. I have to turn the power strip off.
Oh, really?
All the time. I do it all the time.
It does. It's annoying.
It drives me crazy because I can hear it. It's this weird thing. I don't need silence, but it's this weird, like, I don't know what it is. It's some noises just fucking drive me.
Oh, do you remember our old automatic light timers? Do you remember how they used to make really annoying noise? We had the older ones for our Christmas lights. Don't you remember them? The old ones that we used to have. Now we have like the digital ones, but before it was the one you used to turn, and it used to make noises, and you would hear it moving, and then it would pop when it was time to for the lights to go off.
Yes,
they were the most annoying things, and we put lights all over our house, like in every window, so all you heard was this noise.
Oh, the timer. The timer. I think I don't have one, but it was that old thing, and it would go around, and it would just click, and it was just like,
oh my God. I have another thing that sounds like, too.
I fucking can't with that anymore.
Apparently, everybody is with you guys. Raven, same. Cuddles, same with the hot shower.
See?
Robin says polar plunges. Bird goes warm. Onion goes Reggie hot. I don't know what that means. Laura, lukewarm.
Nope.
Will writes, "And you're right. Women are broken."
We are. I am broken. I can't. I could never do a polar plunge. I would never be able to do that. It would take me weeks to like get back.
Yeah.
I can't.
You know
I
what?
cannot do it.
I don't think I could do that either, but people do that now to lose weight.
What?
Yeah,
You know,
go ahead.
I just saw that a guy who said that you should spend at least 3 minutes with freezing cold water because it'll help. What does it do? Something with the fat cells or something? I
Yep.
don't know.
You know, it's like 73 degrees in our house, and I have my heated blanket on my legs right now.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
you wearing long pants?
I always have pants on.
Oh no, I'm in a tank top and shorts.
And
And I'm hot.
I have socks on.
Janine, you would kill Cuddles if you
I know
were
what she
married
wears.
to her.
I know what she wears to bed. And
Yeah.
I can't even. I would sweat my ass off. That's it.
We have a comforter on our bed right now.
She looks like my wife goes to bed looking like an Eskimo. I mean, she is just buttoned up from head to toe. Yeah, she's got the comforter on the bed. And then as we go through the night, she just like things just start coming off.
I'm like an onion with the layers.
The comforter comes like the whole thing is just a nightmare. It's just a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You love her though.
We're like opposites.
do.
Anthony goes to bed and he's like, it's hot. And then as the night goes on, he gets colder. And then in the morning, he needs like 3 blankets on. He needs to snuggle. And I'm like, no, it's hot. Don't touch me.
Well, he's also wearing that sweater, that full body sweater.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't have that. I don't have that. And that keeps him warm, very warm.
That is so true. I don't know what that is. I go to bed hot and then I freeze in the morning. This morning in New York, we left the window open last night. I got up and closed the window. I was freezing this morning.
Okay. No, I'm still sleeping with the AC on. I'm still sleeping with the AC on.
Oh, no. It was in the 50s last night. I think it was like 57 this morning when we left for like school.
Yeah. I don't really like to keep my window open because then I wake up with a sore throat. Maybe my husband does something else to me. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that's Tim Ballard. He denies the allegations. I don't know. We'll see. I have it's scumbaggy people like this that are like under the guise of something wonderful and amazing, doing something scumbaggy and shitty that makes it even worse. So who knows?
Oh,
next.
That's upsetting.
I would just like a day to go by without somebody sexually assaulting somebody else. Is that fucking too much to ask for? I mean, for the love of God, it feels like every day now we're dealing with these stories.
I know. And if I'm around,
you're like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
No, can we go to Vanna White first?
Yeah, sure. We could do whatever you want. Vanna White.
Because I'm going to leave suddenly soon.
All right. You got an opinion on this? You want to tell the story?
I have no idea what it's about.
Okay, great. Vanna White, we talked about, she hadn't gotten a raise in like 20 something years, even though she got bonuses and stuff. Her base salary had kind of remained the same. Ryan Seacrest gets named as the new host. Vanna White's like, fuck this. I ain't coming back. I need a contract, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what it is, but according to TMC, she got a substantial pay increase and re-signed through 2026.
Good.
Good for her.
I know. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know.
It is. Seacrest told Fortune magazine that he loves Vanna White and he hopes she's around for a very long time. Supposedly her salary is $3 million a season.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's now $3 million. What was she making before?
No, it's been $3 million.
Oh.
So she got a raise off of that.
Okay.
I know it sounds crazy because that's an insane amount of money to walk around and go like this.
Yep.
I mean, I don't even think she says anything that much on the show.
She just laughed at his lame jokes.
Yeah, but she is a national treasure at this point. And here's the other hard part. Even though you don't deserve $3 million for doing this, even fucking Vanna White, the problem is that show makes so much fucking money. Why shouldn't it go to her instead of the producers and the
I
showrunners.
know.
You know what I'm saying? So you kind of feel like good for her. Let her get her slice of the pie. You know?
Yeah, a lot of people just tune in. They want to see what Vanna's wearing that day.
Yeah,
Yep.
and let's not pretend like Vanna hasn't earned it a little bit. I mean, the poor woman hasn't had a cheeseburger in 35 years. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Let her eat a burger. Jesus.
Yeah, let her eat a burger. Well, we're
Can
all
she
fucking.
can she eat with all the work that she's had done to her face?
I don't know. Yeah, she's definitely had work done. Oh, speaking of which, does anybody watch the morning show? Let me know in the comments if you watch the morning show on Apple TV. Jay Sabs,
Oh,
you watch the morning
awesome
show?
show.
Still never watched that one.
Oh, so good. Oh, I love it.
It's
such a
pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. And they just came back with season 3. Cuddles and I ripped through 3
Oof.
episodes last night.
I'm sure that's not all you
And
ripped through.
what?
Nothing.
That was all.
Janine,
That was all I
your
ripped
head,
through.
your mind is in the gutter 24/7.
Yeah. And
No.
they shoot
23.
this. They shoot this thing in like 4 fucking K. And I said to Cuddles last night when I'm watching it, I go, nobody looks good on this show. Like
Really?
You can just see everybody's plastics, men with all of them. You could just see all the work.
Jen looks rough. Jennifer Aniston looks rough. You're like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she looks good for her age, but it's like she looks good because she had like work. You're like, ooh. Except for the one, what's her name? The one,
Juliana Margulies.
Yes, she just looks. I mean, she looks kind of gaunt, like skinny, but she looks like okay. She's just skinny and she's aging, but I still think she looks good because she looks real and she looks just natural. Like what's gonna happen as you get older for women. So she kind of has like, she's got wrinkles but she's not like these, filler cheekbones but it's such a good show. You have to watch it. I love it.
All right, I'll put that on my list because, I don't have much. So
Jennifer Aniston was like a natural beauty. And now,
I know, right?
I just hate this whole, I just feel like just get old. Just get old and be done with it. You know who looks good though? Who's the blonde? She still looks pretty good.
Reese Witherspoon.
She's
not aging.
No.
She is not aging.
I want to address what Paul says here. I want to watch, but don't want to pay for another effing service.
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel that. And this show is good, but Cuddles, I want to get your take on this. Could she, I don't know if I could tell somebody, no, you got to pay another $6.99 to watch. I don't know if it's that good.
Okay.
I
what
mean,
is
it's
it on?
good.
I forgot what's the service. Is it Apple?
It's Apple TV Plus, yeah.
And do we pay extra is it included with our Prime or is it not?
No, I think we're paying separate for it. To be fair, I think it's like $6.99. So I would say pay it for a month. You could watch all 3 seasons in a month. And you'll probably like it. But I would feel weird. There's very few shows, and I love the morning show, right? Like we were so into it was one of those things that it's super rare these days where you watch it and even Cuddles was like, all right, 1 episode and then we're going to bed. And we watched 3 episodes because we just couldn't we had to see what happened.
Yeah, actually, it's good.
You know what I'm waiting for? That's premiering tonight. That I don't want to watch it for one reason, but I have to watch it because I do like them. American Horror Story.
Never seen it.
Oh, what? Oh, God. Well, you don't like horror stuff, so I don't know if you would like it.
No, I'm good.
I love them, but they've said they've gotten progressively worse over the years. I personally like them.
Is Kim Kardashian in this one or was she in last season?
This one. That's the only reason why I kind of don't want to watch it, but
I bet it's going to be great.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I like, I like morning show, just as much as we loved Newsroom. Was it Newsroom?
Newsroom was so good.
Never saw that either.
Oh my God, so freaking good.
That's a great show. But we're Aaron Sorkin fans, though.
We are.
Okay.
We love him. Anthony will watch the West Wing, like he'll have like every season back to back to back to back. He'll do like a full. How many seasons is that one?
It's a lot, like 6 seasons.
Oh damn. Well, we're almost done with season 2 of Suits, so
Nobody cares, Janine.
I know, but you're mad. You're just mad because it Suits.
No, I'm mad because you're part of the mainstream media. You're what Russell Brand was fighting against.
Oh, then I'll stop watching right
now. Paige says morning show is worth $6.99.
It is.
Okay, I have it. It's Apple TV.
Yeah, I would say, you know what? I'm going back on my word. I would say for $6.99, you can watch it in a month. I wouldn't feel bad telling somebody to pay $7 to watch this whole thing.
Yeah. Is there anything else on Apple that we like that maybe would make them want to like, oh, you could, watch this too?
Everybody said Ted Lasso.
I haven't watched that. And also that something about Barry. Is that it? Hold on a minute.
Something about Mary. There is a show called Barry.
Then it's Barry. Then it's just Barry. Barry show. Let's see. Yep, it's just called Barry. You're right. I don't know why. I don't know where I got something from.
Yeah, that's on HBO Max. That's a different thing.
Is it?
Yeah, but this is good. I would say watch the morning show. I'll tell you what though, this Ted Lasso, everybody says it's good. I finally found somebody on Twitter that was like, let's be honest, Ted Lasso sucks. And it had like 1 million retweets.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Robin agrees that newsroom. Robin has exquisite taste. Can we just recognize Robin for a second? Everything he always says is right on the ball.
So then, right, me and him have similar taste. I forgot what we both liked. With shows, we were like, "Oh yeah, that's a really good show." Darn it, now I can't remember it. Well, if he likes Barry, then I'm gonna like Barry.
He said Newsroom was great. He said Barry is great too. I won't watch Barry though. I'll tell you why. Who's that guy?
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. My wife was like, "Oh, he's kind of cute." And now I'm like, "Fuck that guy."
I love him.
He is cute.
He is cute in a weird way.
No, he's like weird, dirty teeth.
God. Can you please? You are like obsessed with what's her name? Ex-Scientologist chick. You're like in love with her.
I know.
And I'm just
get out of here. Let's cancel Anthony now.
All right, big deal. She was in a cult. At least she doesn't have cracked teeth. Okay.
Have you seen her face lately? Talk
Bill
about
Hader.
Fucking work done.
Bill Hader has methadone mouth. Okay.
He's funny. He makes me laugh.
He is kind of funny.
He makes you laugh.
He
makes you arrive.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Janine, you're gonna like the plane story. This $90 million plane that went missing. The government is now telling us a $90 million plane that it was because of the weather. It was because of bad weather.
Oh no, sorry. There definitely was aliens on it. That's it.
Yeah, who the fuck is believing that? We built a $90 million plane that can't handle rain.
Yeah, really.
Come on.
That's ridiculous.
People are saying that another government got hacked into it and got control of it. That's why the pilot panicked. And that's why the pilot's not saying anything.
Maybe Epstein's list is on it.
Right.
The best our government could muster up was, it was windy and cloudy. I don't know.
Because of that rain. Yeah, that's it.
Fucking people.
First of all, what's his name? What was the pilot's name that took down the flight after birds? Physical birds. Sully. He landed that shit on water, and this pilot just nothing, just lets it go.
Yeah, let it go, and it was on autopilot.
Wind because of wind and rain.
Well, no, the government is saying that they're saying there was some sort of a malfunction.
Who came up with this one? Who came up with this?
Probably Joe Biden.
He did.
The same guy that said, "We're getting ready to release the Epstein list, everybody. Stay tuned." And that was fucking 9 months ago.
9 months? You're giving, I was going to say like 5 years.
Yeah. These fuckers. Last story of the podcast. They're taking down some statues in New York City.
What statues?
George Washington, Christopher Columbus, our own Brookhaven town. This is the area that Cuddles and I live in. Are you Brookhaven, Janine, or no?
No.
Brookhaven's huge. For those of you who don't know, if you
Yeah.
look at Long Island, if you take like the middle, like half a chunk, it's all the town of Brookhaven. There's lots of towns in it, but it's all technically like a town of Brookhaven.
The township of Brookhaven.
Right. They're like, hey, we'll take the statues.
Oh, that's funny.
What's wrong with George Washington?
Oh, please.
A lot.
Everybody has something to say. Nothing.
Yeah. A lot is wrong with George Washington, but still, he was he was. Listen, I don't want to get into this whole debate, but they were not the greatest people, and they wound up doing one of the greatest things ever, is starting the. That's what I go. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is getting it 100% right.
Nope.
Except for John Adams. He never owned a slave. John Adams never owned a slave.
Oh, but you love him.
I do love John Adams. The rest of them, not great. But they all wound up doing a great thing for all of us today, And it's not as fair to some people as others over the course of history. You're not going to get an argument out of me here. But they continue to want to tear down these statues. And, town of Brookhaven's like, hey, we don't mind. We'll put it anywhere. We got plenty of fucking room around here.
Enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I actually, again, I feel like the statue thing is one of those things where people need something to be mad at, because I feel like most people, we could look at these imperfect people and be like, all right, they were fucked up, but look how far we've come, like,
yes,
we're making progress. We made progress all the time. And,
But I think that was kind of like the norm back then. And I wish it wasn't the norm back then. I wish that didn't exist.
Of course.
But that was what was acceptable in society then. So to take that down, and I do think that it's like, well, we can't change the past. We can't change what happened. So we're going to take your statue down. Doesn't matter what good you did.
George Washington. Yeah, George Washington did some. Oh, here, Paul's got it. George Washington yanked teeth out of his own slaves just so he could put it in his own mouth. I mean, yeah. See, a lot of people don't know these things. They did some really fucked up shit.
Why do people?
They did some really,
That's so wrong.
At the same time, there is a degree of truth in what you said. Of this is what people were doing back then. But like I said, John Adams didn't own a slave, never, not once. Also didn't fuck other women, from what we could tell. He just sat down and wrote his wife all the time.
Aww.
Ben Franklin would be out there being like, I'm going to fuck 7 other women. And John Adams is like, all right, I'm going to go home and write a letter to my wife. So he was the first guy to do that ever.
That's sweet.
And maybe the last, judging by all the sexual misconduct allegations, might have been the last guy to do that. I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, look, they all did some really fucking bad, fucked up shit. What are you going to do? I know what the town of Brookhaven's going to do. They're like, we'll put this shit up. No big deal. Put it right up in front of our little town hall.
Oh, I got to find out where they're going.
Did we tell everybody that Frank and Erin are on an Alaskan cruise?
No, I don't think we did.
They're fucking living it up in Alaska right now.
I know.
We didn't, because I feel like Raven knows. If Frank comes back parkaless, I'll be sad. Why even Alaska if not for the best winter wear?
Yeah, no, I don't think they're wearing parkas. I know it. It looks like it's cold. They sent pictures and they are bundled up.
Let's talk about they sent photos from their trip, like one for each of us.
I know. They're so nice.
That was kind of sweet.
And it was like something that was like close to us or made them it reminded them of us.
Mine was a horse's ass, which I didn't appreciate.
That's pretty accurate.
But it was accurate. I'm not going to lie.
Mine was hysterical. Mine had me. Mine was Mariah Carey in the ice. They're like, she's starting to thaw because I'm obsessed with Christmas and the music. I still listen to Christmas music now, right? In like October, I have my little Michael Bublé one.
Mm-hmm.
That Michael Bublé. This was Mariah Carey from like All I Want for Christmas Is You, her video, and I thought it was hysterical and spot on for me.
You think they would be mad if we for me, they put a picture of the dude from The Big Lebowski, who Frank knows I love. You think they would be mad if I flashed a picture of them?
I don't think so.
Should I just put it in the member area? Does everybody want to see a picture of Frank and Aaron, or should we just put this in the member area?
They look like they're having, they're living their best life.
I know. You know what's weird though? It's not that I don't want to go on a Alaskan cruise, because I do one day, but I also feel like the only cruises I've ever been on have been in tropical locations.
Yeah.
And it weirds me out to be in like a hoodie with a knit hat on I just feel like that would take a day or two to get used to.
Why?
Of it being so cold. I don't know, because I've only ever been on a boat when it's hot as shit, so.
Yeah, you know how I feel about cruises. I don't know.
I would love to get you on one.
Yeah, I don't really think so. I also am not loving being near icebergs. I just feel like we just need to stay away from them. Didn't the Titanic learn this?
That's true. We didn't learn during the Titanic.
Yeah. Like, come on, people. Get with it.
All right, I'm going to put some of the pictures of Frankie and Aaron from their Alaskan cruise on in the members area for everybody. So join the members area. If you have not yet, link in the description below. Miss Justice is always great putting it in the live chat for those of you who are not members. Thanks to Bird, 18 months as a member.
Aww.
My goodness. I'm sure we're going to celebrate some other people coming up on there. 18 months. Hard to believe we've had members for 18 months, Cuddles. Can you believe that?
Yeah, people can actually tolerate you. It's not easy.
I know. Member support is huge. Like I said, helps to go towards a lot of the stuff that we need to just pull off the podcast. So that is always appreciated for the people who give up their hard-earned dollars for the members. $2.99 is our lowest one, and then it goes up from there, and what you get and some of the cool things you get to do, like see pictures of Frankie C on his vacation. That's one of the things right there. So become a member right now. Join, like I said, link in the description below. I'm sure Miss Justice or somebody will put it in the live chat. Boom, there we go. Miss Justice has the link. Join up now and get some cool stuff like seeing Frankie C freezing his ass off on the old cruise ship-a-rooney. Cuddles, you good?
Oh. Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Thank you. You were wonderful. And
thank you.
You didn't call anybody a twat waffle on this episode?
No twat waffles.
I kind of like it. I mean, I like twat waffle, but you don't want to be typecast, because the next thing you know, you're going to be like that kid who came out like, who'd you talking about, Willis? And then he had to say that every time. What was that guy?
Yeah. No, if someone, I don't know, but if someone needs to hear it, I will definitely, or someone needs to like be called it, I have no problem.
Yeah. We break it out only when necessary, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I love it. That's it for us. We will catch you guys on the next episode. I don't think Frankie's back on Friday, but I think Monday he'll come back and return. So we'll hear all about his trip then. Until then, love you all.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.